My great-grandfather, Henry Sneed, is buried here. He died in 1914.
Ron Mapp has been to this spot many times growing up as a boy.
My grandmother is buried here.
His family goes back 6 generations in Alberta. It all started here in Amber Valley over 100 years ago, and it wasn't an easy journey.
My great-grandfather, Henry Sneed, led the original scouting party up here, along with 2 other scouts. They liked the land, and they decided to bring up the other families from Oklahoma.
Amber Valley was the largest and most prosperous black settlement west of Ontario. It had a school, a church, and a famous baseball team. Ron now lives in Edmonton and has 2 grown children and 2 grandchildren. While they didn't grow up in Amber Valley, the Mapp family history is something Ron has been passing along to his children for years.
I heard a lot of stories from my father and my uncle when I was young. I spent a lot of time in Amber Valley on the farm, sometimes weeks and months at a time.
While the Mapp family feels connected to its past in Alberta, it was a painful lesson for Mapp's great-grandfather, Henry Sneed, learning that Canada wasn't as welcoming as he'd hoped.
Growing up in USA and Texas and Oklahoma, going through Jim Crow and seeing all the racial discrimination, and to bring his family and other families up here, hoping that they wouldn't have to endure the same hardships.
Only 4 months after Henry Sneed settled in Alberta, Prime Minister Wilfrid Laurier signed an order in council prohibiting black migration for 1 year, suggesting that black people were deemed unsuitable to the climate and requirements of Canada. Within a year of this order, black migration slowed almost to a halt across the country, contributing to a racist and isolating environment for black Canadians who had already made their way here.
When the Canadian governments invited Americans, they didn't think that African Americans would answer the call, and they did.
Karina Vernon has been studying the history and impact of black people on the prairies for decades.
They risked everything, moving across a border into a territory that they had no idea where they were coming. They'd heard that there was greater freedom under the Canadian flag. What they found was, of course, a mixture of freedom, but of also complications.
This year, Canada Post issued a stamp to honor Henry Sneed and Amber Valley. The stamp depicts Sneed standing tall along with other prominent community members of the time.
To take on such an endeavor to bring the families from Oklahoma up to Western Canada. This is my grandfather.
Ron Mapp hopes his family's story and other black families' legacy on the prairies will be taught in schools across the country to recognize their place in Canada. For now, though, Ron and his family continue to celebrate their roots.
Amber Valley is home. No matter where I go, Amber Valley will always be home.
Omera Isa, CBC News, Amber Valley, Alberta.